Okay, it has been about a week, maybe a little more, since I made my last update, and I am super excited to show you my tomatillos and how big they are. I'm so proud of these plants and how great they've grown despite the weather and how unpredictable the temperatures have been. If I had to pick one plant to grow, it would be this guy. It's just an incredible plant. I am just under 5'5", and this tomatillo right here is a green tomatillo, and it is all the way up to the top of my hip, and I am so excited about that. And here's another one. It is not quite as big. It's about 2 feet tall, but it is also doing really well. And this one is over 3 feet tall. It does have some sun scald from the sun's rays, and it's also not doing so great because of the area it's in. There's not any trees to protect it from all the water and everything else like the other large tomatillo has. But man, the flowers are incredible. There are so many flowers on this, and I did pick the flowers off until they got large enough, and any husks that may have formed, you can see a tiny baby tomatillo husk right there. The flowers just finishing, and now it's forming into a baby tomatillo. But I came out here and I saw the back of these. I just happened to look up, and here it is, a very good size tomatillo forming. Now this will definitely get a little bit larger, and when it's ready it'll turn brown and the tomatillo will pop out, and they're super easy to pull off. You don't really need shears. Sometimes I use them because I tend to be pretty rough on my plants, not meaning to, and I don't want to take off a whole bunch of producing branches. But here's one more over here, you can see, and I am just so excited. Right here is about how big the tomatillo is right now, and I'm just excited. So almost 2 weeks ago I showed a video of me propagating some baby tomatillos. I took cuttings off of my big plants, and this is what we have. Now, I showed an update at about 7 days of the root systems, and I just want to show you how great these roots look. These are just, wow. I cannot believe in a little over 2 weeks that a tomatillo with absolutely nothing but a few little fibers on its stem has turned into a really nice root system. I'm really excited about these. These are actually 2 different plants, or cuttings rather, but they're kind of bound together now. I'm a little nervous about taking them apart because I have not grown tomatillos from cuttings before, but let's see, maybe we can. I don't know. It's kind of coming apart on its own, but it's pretty root bound, so I'm not really sure whose roots belong to whom. And see if I can, oh, there we go. There's this, look at this little guy's roots. Now, because these are cuttings, they keep thinking that it is time to set off baby tomatillos and flowers, but they are not big enough. I'm gonna let them get at least 2 feet tall, so I'm gonna continue to pull off any flowers. This one's so tiny, and it has a flower, off until they are ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and plant this big guy so you can see how I plant them, because I don't believe that I've gotten to show how they're planted, how I plant them rather. I don't have a shovel with me, so I'm just gonna dig down pretty deep. This is mushroom compost that I used. I did the first 3 inches of this mulch underneath and then filled it with mushroom compost. I'm gonna take it and all the way up, and I'm actually gonna take off this set of leaves and probably replant that and allow that to root. And I'm just gonna put it all the way up to this very top set of leaves. And what this is gonna do is it is actually gonna be like a tomato, and it's gonna root all the way up to where the dirt is, all the way up to those leaves. So it's gonna get a really incredible established root system. So you can see, that's it. It's really that simple. It's been raining here, so I'm not gonna water these in. But guys, these do pretty good on neglect from drought. That's the cool thing about tomatillos versus tomatoes, is that these guys can handle the drought a lot better, and they're not gonna die in our southeast Texas heat, and they can be neglected. And believe me, I am one to neglect my plants. There's so much going on sometimes. This is the little cutting. I'm just gonna take these bottom leaves off, and I will plant that right back in to a little planter and let this root and let it grow up tall and repeat the process. So it's really that simple. And real quick before I go, let me just show you the roots of this one. This is our tiniest one, and it still has a pretty good root system. And then I am not being as gentle as I should be with these plants, but I only have one hand, and I'm not the most coordinated human on the planet. Okay, here we go. Look at those roots. They are just, I'm so proud of this 2-week-old little cutting. Look at that. And if you look back in the previous videos, you'll see how small they were when they first started. And that's really cool. Actually, these may be getting closer to 3 weeks. I really have to look at the timeline. But either way, I mean, that's just incredible. So I really hope this video helps answer some of your questions when it comes to tomatillos, keep you updated on how they're growing. I'm super excited to show you the harvest when these guys get ready. But at this point, you'll be able to see all the life stages and figure out how to grow tomatillos for yourself. So I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed it.